Baguettes video 6 maybe. So I took a step back last week, which is slightly disappointing, but we're gonna have another go. So 400 grams worth of sourdough. I forgot to put in some spelt. I've got a little bit of spelt left and I forgot to put it in because I was in a rush because I was working yesterday. So maybe if I make some next week, we'll put some spelt in. So my thoughts are, this week I'm going to tighten the dough even more by folding it, and I'm going to shoot the loaves off a tray onto a hot tray into the oven type of thing. So that there, I've kind of got it. I can't say what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. I just can't put it into words. So create tension in the dough like that. Get more tension like that. And then I want to do it again. So pulling the dough around like that. And then like that. I think that was my thoughts anyway. So then onto the pillowcase with a bit of flour on. Like that. You can't see, but I've done, well, you can, it's because it's just there. So another 400 grams, a little bit of flour, a little bit more flour. Suppose, what on earth am I doing with this? I don't know. Right, so a little bit of flour on the bottom, into half, into that. Start to create a bit of tension there. And then there. I think if this doesn't work, I'll have to do some research and actually watch how people do it, rather than just half watch it and then decide what I'm going to do. This is generally how I work things out. Have a go, think it through, have another go, fail a bit more, try it again, fail a bit more, learn a few things, probably do things entirely the wrong way, but come out with a good result. So I'm trying to get a square, but I don't know. It's very uneven. Once more for luck. I think that'll be a bit. It's going to be too uneven, is that one? Even if it works, it'll be too uneven. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably not concentrating as much as I should because I've got other things to think about and other things to do. Let's see if we can get more of a rectangle this time. So I think this is the bit that really matters. I suppose I could always go somewhere and learn how to make bread properly. They always want you to pay. You used to be able to just go places and work in restaurants for the day, and they were happy that you just stand there and peel onions for them while you watch what they were doing and learn a few new recipes, or see how they conducted their service. That's not the flour we want. That's the flour we want. I think this is the last one. It's nice and springy, does that one. Right. In the fridge overnight. We'll see how they are in the morning. We'll see anyway. Maybe a bit more flour on me. Must be a bit longer as well. There. Cover that, fridge overnight. We'll see how they turn out. Right. We've been in the fridge overnight. Slightly risen. They're a little bit soft. So it's going to be a little bit difficult getting these off here. So what I'm going to do is I've got a bit of board which I'm going to slide. I'm going to put the. I need to get my cutting tool. I'm going to put the baguettes onto the board and then slide them onto the hot tray into the oven. Hopefully. So I'll flour the board as well, and then it'll just slide off. Hopefully. It's just a bit of MDF that I was going to use for something, another project, but it doesn't look like I'm going to do that project, so it can be used for this. So roll. I want to come off there. Gently. Right, that one's a bit more flour underneath it. Come off too much. So, take another slide. So nice. Big, deep, long slices. See, it's slicing a lot better. Now we haven't got the spelt in it. Nice deep slice on that, isn't it? So, move all around. Yes, they are. Right. So, oven's on full. Cast iron pot in the bottom of the oven to retain the heat of the oven. And I take when I open it. Hot tray. Then should be okay. Right, then straight into the oven. Right, 20 minutes, maybe 25, and we'll see how they turn out. Well, the bread's ready, but I forgot to add some water to the bottom of the oven. So we'll see how these rolls turn out. Well, these baguettes turn out. So I'll do it in 3 batches today. I normally cook the second batch with 3 loaves, but I will do 2 today, and then I'll remember to put the water in the bottom of the oven. Bread's ready. It's near enough, but we can just roll these out while we can live in the oven for just a little bit longer. Okay. Flour on top. Bit flour on there. I don't know how to deal with soft dough in bakeries. I really don't. I think it's a genius thing to watch them form really soft dough. That's probably just about confidence. So, they're looking alright. I can just wait for a minute. Let move. Anything else? Nice, right, so. The longer slices that way. So. I hope so, that's right. Let's look at these. Yeah, you see. Right. Get this on. In the oven. see how they turn out. Yeah, so see, rubbish, you see, without that splash of water in. Absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. But anyway, we'll see what these next two are like. We'll roll this onto the board as well. Ooh, cover on. 20 minutes. A little bit of flour. And just roll that one onto it. Should be alright. We'll see how we go with that. We're back in 20 minutes. Right, the bread's ready. And you see, that's better. That's better. Right. This is a bit tricky. So, last one. I want some deep cuts on it. Free it from the board a little bit. Just do a better job of, can't see, but just do a better job of making those slices, I think. If they're a bit further down, they might just open up a little bit more. But we'll see. So slide onto that, it's a little bit wonky. And then in the oven. Splash of water. And we'll just have a quick look at those. Ooh, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. That flour away, will I remember? Yeah, so those are loads better than that. So actually you can see I have answered the question, why do you add a little bit of water to when you first put the bread in to kind of give that steam. And that's why, because they've turned out rubbish. And those have turned out like almost with a glaze on them without actually addition, because they're kind of quite shiny. You probably can't really see that, but they're kind of quite shiny. And they've got those nice splits open. It's still not exactly how I'd want them. I think you need to create more tension in the dough, probably from an earlier stage. I think I'm not, the way I'm doing it, I'm not adding as much tension in the dough. I think when I just pat it out, I think professionals have already added some. By the time we get to the folding stage, in on itself, I think the way you form baguettes, they've already had it tension in the dough being added before that point. But still, if they were like that, if I like that bit there all the way across, I'd be really happy. But they look well. Look alright. Those two are shocking. I'll save one of those. I'll probably save that one and give the rest away. Just because I'm curious. It hasn't really risen either, so obviously you can see that the water that you add to the oven kind of gives some rise as well. So that's just not quite as well risen. It's crunchy, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what this next one's like. Let's hold the last one. Been in the oven a bit too long and stuck. Oh, yeah, that's a bit burnt. Why did that happen? That's way overcooked. Maybe I mistimed it. I think it was in for a little bit longer than 20 minutes. I don't think it was. Maybe the oven's just got really hot. So, actually we'll cut into that one. We'll save that one. And, see, now it's cooled slightly. The cracks have got a little bit better. So there we go. Don't leave your bread in the oven too long. Make sure you add some water. Turning it around 3 times and doing 6 folds in it works. I'm happy with those. I'm happy with those. I don't think I'm going to get... I don't think I'll be able to move up kind of... I don't... Is it worth making something better than that? The work that's kind of involved, and I don't think there is. I think that's the minimum amount of fuss and effort that I can put in without having to come back and fold the bread and create tension over a longer period of time. I can just make some bread, divide it, shape it, prove it, bake it, or slice it, bake it, and I get that result. I think to invest any more time to get a slightly better product is not kind of worth it. Personally, from a personal point of view, you kind of go, yeah, there's always the argument that you always want to get better at things and improve and teach yourself something new. But I don't think, do I want to invest that time when I've got lots to do, lots of other things to do anyway? Probably not. And I think those are perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. You know, I might have another go at it in future, but I'm happy with my little baguette journey for the moment. I'll probably change my mind and have another go at some point. But there we go. That's overcooked. They're not so good. Those are how I want them to be. A nice split that. If it was just like that all the way across. But anyway, there we go. Let's have a look with the one that I'm least happy with. And you see, certainly there isn't inside. Is it like there? Is it that's just because of my poor rolling skills? And you see, that's still alright. That's still alright. But you can see, well, you can't see because I've taken them to and given them the loads away. But the putting the water into the bottom of the oven makes that world of difference when it comes to the crust. It's still crusty, you know. I mean, that's nice, and it's alright. It's alright inside. It's not uniform, but that's because it's sourdough, and sourdough is not particularly uniform the way it rises. That's why you tend to laminate the dough, fold it in on itself. It's alright, is that? It's alright. I think, yeah. I think yes. I think I've pretty much got to the level where is it worth improving the bread even more and even kind of using adding more time to it. So is half an hour with more work really worth improving the dough, the bread, that much? And I don't think it is. I think relatively fat free. If you want to make a half decent looking baguette, it's certainly delicious. But if you wanted to make a half decent looking baguette, is it worth the extra hour to get a slightly better looking one? Unless it's a personal goal to do it. From my point of view, I don't think so. I'm not a professional baker and I'm not selling them. So it would be just a personal thing if I wanted to get better and kind of a journey of discovery. But I think we'll probably come back at it at some other stage in the future if I ever think about things or learn something new. But I'm happy with the two that were, well, I was happy with the one that slightly burnt as well, but the two that came out of the oven second I was extremely happy with. But anyway, that's it. That's baguettes for now.